Welcome to Dove and Dragon Radio. I'm your host, M.L.Ruscsak, and I'm here with a special guest today, Natalia. I cannot pronounce your last name, so please forgive me.
Okay, Nataly Reskian.
My.
It's hard for you, right?
Yes, it is. I mean,
well,
you
that's
have.
what we do to people. They will never forget us.
Exactly. I mean, my last name is horribly hard for a lot of people, and when you have strokes and stuff like that, it just makes pronouncing last names that much harder. But we're not here to talk about me today. We're here to talk about your wonderful book called Mask. So, how did you come up with this?
Well, honestly, I came up with the idea of the book because a lot of people say that you choose to write a book because you have this strength, and this strength just inspires you. Well, my strength did not inspire me. My loneliness inspired me, my pain, and my experience in life.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I was like expecting to be in a different place when I came to Canada, having children and a family with my loving husband. And when all that didn't happen, I just started writing, and it just happened like I was just facing my own demons, and like it's a book of confession and mixed with a little bit of fiction and putting spices in this story, you know. And I think that in the end, I decided to write it masks because we wear masks
Mm-hmm.
for different reasons. Sometimes we do because we choose to, and sometimes because we love to. Sometimes we're scared to remove them. Sometimes, I don't know, because we are born with them and we don't even realize we're wearing them. That's why I called my book Masks, and it's concentrated on women's issues and taboos and being romantic and an erotic novel. It speaks the story of a young woman who has a journey for becoming a celebrity famous, and whatever she goes through, the difficulties and experiences in order to become famous, and everything it is most of it is related to my life, and some of it
Mm-hmm.
from the things that I have heard and seen, and of course the fiction is like, how do you say it, the cherry on the top of the ice cream mixed with it
Well,
in order to make it I don't
perfect,
know,
right?
more interesting.
But we've had a couple chances to talk as we're friends
Mm.
off of radio. But your story didn't start in moving to Canada. Your story started in what, Lebanon?
Yes, in Lebanon and in
And
Middle East, yeah, in Lebanon and the Arab world, yeah, because I wrote in
mhm.
Canada. Because when I came to Canada 11 years ago, I married the one I love. I remarried for the second time. I followed my heart. I came here to Canada, and I wrote about my experiences because I was a TV show host, a journalist, and an actress back in Lebanon and the Arab world. So I left everything behind, and I followed my heart here to Canada. And
Oh.
it's romantic, right? And
Yes,
we're
it
doing it.
is.
I mean, and it makes you really know that there is love in the world.
Very true. I
I
mean,
believe in
your
it.
story, yeah, your story, because we have, like I said, we have had a chance to talk about your story, is so awesome. Because, okay, I don't
Thank
know how much
you.
you want to talk on the air about it,
I,
but
I
it
have no problem.
okay.
I have no problem.
Um,
You don't have to say off the record. You just ask me anything you want. Go ahead.
okay,
I
so
have no masks.
well, this actually led into this book from our previous discussions. It's you're in Lebanon, then you came to the U.S. and met your now
Yes.
husband,
Yes.
and then yeah, can you tell us a little bit
We
about the
spent,
story?
yeah, yeah. Well,
It's
I
so
was in
fun.
Lebanon and I was married, so I came to U.S., United States, Los Angeles. Well, my warm regards to everybody over there in the United States, and thank you guys a lot for all your support, for everything that you're doing for me. I mean, I have great respect and gratitude to America, honestly. Of course, Canada too, because they made me an author, and I'm Canadian. And but in Los Angeles, I have to. If you go back to the story, I was having a chat online, and then I met a stranger. So we started to chat and etc. etc. And it happened like this happened like 12 years ago, and I ended up like having a one night stand with this guy, and we fell in love. I mean, it wasn't on good terms. Where if we're talking about values and ethics in life, in life, because your codes say doesn't do not betray your husband, even though if he does. So I
Yeah.
was literally betraying. But when we face our mistakes and we talk about it and we judge ourselves, it's okay because we all do mistakes and we make choices. So I fell in love with this guy, and he fell in love with me too. I don't know. I don't even know. I mean, how did he ended up deciding to marry me? But he's like, okay, I'm gonna marry you. Like, seriously, are you kidding me? And I said, this is a one night stand. I'm leaving. I have a life back there. And I left. And I'm not gonna ruin the story of the book because there are parts of
Right.
this story in the book.
Mhm.
I put in the book.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah. We don't
in a
want to
different
ruin
way.
the book, but
So I'm with him now, and we've been together for 12 years, and he's the love of my life. He loves me, supports me, and even though he doesn't even uh, read, he's not a nerd like me, but he supports everything I do just because I do, and he's unique. I mean, he's one of the few good men who are out there. So that one I took it. He's taken. So good luck with the rest, because it's very hard to find good men these days. With all my respect
oh,
to
it is.
the good ones.
It is so hard to find a good man. I mean, okay, so this is all taboo stuff. Okay, we don't talk about this, but the good ones are either taken or prefer the company of other good men. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, but why it's a taboo to talk about the ones that we cannot find them? See, this is a
I
mask. We should remove the mask, Melissa. Come on,
I
remove it.
know. I know we're
Right?
trying to remove the mask. I mean, I know he's going to be listening tonight, but I have a very good friend
Hmm.
that he's divorced. We're both divorcees, and this is the first good man I've talked to in a long time.
Oh, that's so amazing.
Yeah, we're trying to work it out because we're both. How do you say? Um, we need the. We have trust issues because of our line of work. So there's a
Hmm.
whole gap there that we have to fill in before we even get past where we're at right now. But it feels so good to have someone to talk to almost on a daily basis and talk about anything and everything.
Exactly. And you know what I think? A lot of people just say, "How come?" I mean, your second marriage is so good. I said, "You're so happy." Sorry,
Mhm.
I used the wrong word. You're so happy. I say, "I'm so happy because from your first marriage you learn a lot, and then you try not to make the same mistakes in your second marriage." So that's why most women who are remarried, they are like happier, and they make their
Mhm.
partners happier than people in the first marriage. And I just keep on joking, and I say, like the first marriage is like going to the university and you learn everything, and the second marriage is your business. After that, you open or you go and start working. So you train, you learn, and everything, blah blah blah. But it's true. I mean, we learn in life. For me, marriages don't work because two people are not meant to be together, and it doesn't mean that
Right.
either parties are not good. But we make mistakes, but sometimes when we age and we mature with time, we realize that is it worth it? I mean, to make the
And
mistakes,
some
and that's what I think that
right.
divorcee
It,
women
it,
are
it's
just more chance with single men, especially. I mean, my husband is single; he's never been married, and we know how to handle them. It's very funny, like divorcee women marrying single men, right?
Right.
Unfair,
Um,
but true.
mm, yeah, it is because you have a married, divorced woman. You find a single man that's never been in a serious marriage relationship. They have all these expectations, and the woman's like, "Oh, no, 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 we're done there."
But you know what? What's funny? I
Okay.
see things from another point of view. I see things because I married my husband and he was single. The expectations that they have when you're married before, you'll be so much more prepared than a single woman because when you're both not married, I mean, the arguments can go so deep, they will be so harsh, like seriously, literally, they will be
Mhm.
very like epidemic. How can I say it? But when you're married before, you will know, I mean, how to put boundaries, how to control yourself. So one of the sides have to be like putting the balance and controlling the balance, not to make the mood, the energy, like all the bad vibes surrounding the relationship. And I think when you are like divorcee, then whatever they
Mhm.
expect and whatever life throws at you, you'll be ready. That's what I think as
Right.
a divorcee woman. I'm not promoting divorcee women that they are better than single girls out there. No, I'm sure that, and I know that everyone is unique, and all women are beautiful, and all girls deserve to have love in their lives. And whatever they choose to have, I respect that. But I think that
Mhm.
as a divorcee woman, we have a way to embrace single men, and because it's like you know things that you could be going through, so
Mhm.
that's a plus.
See, my thing is, I'm attracted to this
Divorcee man.
person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, divorcee man. Be, but he also has a very young daughter who reminds me of
Oh,
my daughter at that age.
oh, so cute. So you have a lot in common.
Yeah. Well, oh, we have so much in common. It's scary. I mean, we have the work part, and I will never mention his name on air ever. So don't think this is a one-time conversation. This isn't. It is. I cannot mention his name, but
Don't worry about it. I'm sure
yeah,
that for us, it's the experience and the information about how you feel matters
hmm
more than the name of person.
exactly right.
See, now
And
the
then
roles are just changed. Now I am the one interviewing you. See, I'm back in Lebanon, being a TV show host.
see, this is why I love live radio because anything can happen at any time.
Yeah, especially
Like
when people who have been on the television live their whole lives. Like me, for
yes,
me, it's easy. The only thing is that I'm not speaking in Arabic or Armenian. Now I'm doing it in English, so that's the difference.
we'll see.
Yes,
What
go
if I have?
ahead. You were saying,
I,
Melissa, about
oh,
what you have in
that's fun.
common. It's
Oh, that's
it's
so
it's
so funny.
it's
So
cool. We're talking about this. I mean, it's Valentine is
it's
very near
Valentine's Day
and it's
next
approaching, and we're
week.
just talking about love.
Exactly. So last night, I'm not a dreamer, okay? So last night, I'm dreaming of his daughter doing her hair. I'm like, where is this coming from? I haven't even met his daughter in person. So I'm like, what the heck am I dreaming of? Because because it's funny because my daughter, when she was 5, 6 years old, she hated having her hair done like in twisty ties and stuff like this. And I'm dreaming about doing his daughter's hair. I'm like, what the
Oh,
heck? It's funny,
that's so
it's sweet,
cute.
but it's yeah, it's cute, but at the same time, I'm like, wait, it would make more sense if I was dreaming about him, but I'm not dreaming about him. I'm
But
dreaming
it's
about
in
his.
your subconscious. Maybe your subconscious. Now
Yeah.
I'm analyzing you, Jesus Christ. Okay, so well, maybe in your subconscious mind, you're thinking about the relationship and you care for his daughter a lot, and you love
Mhm.
her so much. So maybe that's why. Because they say sometimes that sometimes dreams are the result of the subconscious mind. Though sometimes I have a lot of dreams like how come this person ended up in my dream? I wasn't even thinking about her or him. It's very weird
Right.
sometimes dreams. I was
It
just
is.
talking with my bestie today. She's in the States, Washington. So
Mhm.
and I was saying to her, "Oh my God, Mireille, I had a dream." Like she's like, "What dream?" And it was very weird. Like, did you think about this person? I said, "Not even." And well, and we analyze dreams in the morning. When we wake up.
Yes.
It's a very typical Armenian thing to do.
Well, I love analyzing dreams. I love analyzing the spiritual world and stuff like this. So I'm up half the night in between dreams that involve him or his family. I'm like, this is either a blessing or my
Mm.
mind just needs to relax because yesterday was a horrible day. Now I'm giving myself mental positive energy.
Exactly. I
So,
agree there
yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. I think that because children are, I mean, symbol of innocence, right?
Mhm. Right.
And they bring happiness. I have no children of my own,
Oh.
but yeah, I don't. So that's why I spoil my husband all the time. Yeah.
You can borrow my daughter anytime you want.
No, thank you. I have no experience, so I don't know how I'm gonna handle her. Like,
She's 16. Really.
oh
She's
my God, no,
very.
thank you so much. That's yeah, that's why you're saying that. If she was a baby, you wouldn't, right? I mean, she's at that
No.
age. Like, it's very hard that age for
It
teenagers. I
is,
think that
and
I've been
she's.
like
I talk about
that
my
all my
daughter all
life,
the
like
time.
16, stubborn.
Yeah. Well, she's
But
autistic, so age-wise she's 16. She could talk to you like she's 26. She could talk to you like a
wow,
16-year-old, or she could be 5.
wow.
So, yeah. So I just always say, I'm like, you can borrow my daughter. You can't keep her, but you can borrow her for
But
a few hours.
how we're gonna handle? I mean, I think that it's a blessing to have children, but
Mhm.
for me that's why I say I write novels now, and um every single girl out there who reads my book, Masks, it's I feel like I'm their mother and I'm giving them advice because
Yes.
I'm so much older than them, and that's when I think that you can make changes in people's lives even though you're not, I mean, physically their mother. But I think each one out there is my daughter. Whoever reads and gets inspired, because I say this book is my baby, and my
Mhm.
second novel also is going to be my baby because it's like it's not the big legacy I think, but for me it is because I have worked so hard to bring
Right.
this to publish the book, and Amazon ACX Audible made a deal with me, and I'm very thankful with the narrator Nicole Renee, and now it's an
Mhm.
audiobook on Audible,
Oh.
Amazon, yeah, iTunes, and I'm very thankful. I mean, they've done a great job, and they adapted it into an audiobook, and I'm looking forward to have it adapted into a movie because I think it would just brings so much inspiration to women, not because
It does.
yeah,
I've
right,
had a
the
chance to.
adventures are different
Yes.
over there.
See,
It's not like here.
right. I had a chance to go through your book, not 100%
Mm.
word for word, but enough to get the feeling and the sense. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can see this in my mind. Like,
As a
that would be
movie,
so
right?
awesome to see it. Yeah, it needs to be
Yeah.
seen, not just read, but seen and experienced. And we need some of these things that are in your book to be talked about because, as you say,
Yeah.
we have sexual taboos or religious ones or
And
social
imagine
ones.
if you're having sexual taboos here, what about there, the sexual taboos? And I was very,
Yes.
I mean, frustrated when it was like nominated for awards, and the
Mhm.
first one I became one of the 11 finalists for Forward Indies award in Washington, and then in Los Angeles I got a gold award. I mean, 2 months ago, and I was thrilled. And they all say the same thing because it is the first of its kind, the story of
Mhm.
masks. I mean, my
Yeah.
novel, and that's why it's thrilling. I'm sure that other women with time from there will dare to start writing stories as such, but
Mhm.
it needs courage, and at the same time, you should be ready to be judged and persecuted. and but I choose to be brave because I just feel very comfortable now, and
Mhm.
so happy and so relieved, and I feel like I have this courage like inside me. I'm not scared to say anything. which is related to taboos and accept my own faults. And yeah, and that's why I think that I know that it will be a great movie because I'm sharing the voices of all those women who don't want to
Mhm.
speak out loud, and these are celebrities, famous people, and
There's so much
it's their
that
voices.
we don't say that we need to say, but we're afraid to. Especially
Yes,
women who are successful, we're afraid to open our mouths because if
they
you
lose
say
everything.
this,
Yeah.
yeah, you lose everything. You lose credibility. You lose your fan base. You lose your money. You lose everything.
Yeah,
Or
that's
your
true.
family goes, yeah, it is. I mean, even within
Yeah,
a
I mean
family.
the closest people to you will start judging you, and you say like,
Mhm.
and the thing is that I don't know why people do not differentiate between talking about taboos because you want to talk about them and criticize them, or because it is pain. So I'm writing
Mhm.
this because I wrote the novel Masks, and I'm writing now my second novel because for me it's about finding a solution. And when women are courageous and we say yes, we are there too. Yes, we went through this too. In Lebanon, in Arab world, it happened to me. It happened to this person, to that person. That's what happening.
Mhm.
Things will stop happening because people will start fearing your attackers, the people who are manipulating us. They will stop doing it because it's being spoken out loud everywhere. And
Correct.
I
It
was very
can't be
scared
just,
to speak.
yeah, it can't be just the women in the U.S. speaking about this. It can't be just the women in Lebanon or the Middle East. It
Yes.
has to be us as a unified group speaking up.
Amen to that, sister. I agree with you totally. That's why I mean, when they just talked to me and wrote about me like you are the advocate of women in the Arab world, I said it's an honor to have that as a title because for me,
Mhm.
I want us to have Me Too movement over there because we don't, and it's very hard and it's very sad that people think that we have a lot of things different, and I'm not talking about culture, but when it comes to values and it comes to emotions, we have so much more in common. And the most important thing is that we come from the same species, and we just have so much in common. And this book Masks is the bridge to show them that I mean
Yes.
you can be happy. You are blessed to be in America. You're blessed to be in Canada. You're blessed to be in
Mhm.
Europe, in Australia. You have your rights. You can stand up and say something. But over there, you really lose what you have. I mean, probably there will be a scandal when in the states somebody who is famous stands up and talks about her problem, but over there you can even be just put in jail because you will be judged because this is something unethical. So there are
Right.
a lot of things that scary, and it has nothing to do with religion. It is related to um,
Culture.
the system in the country, the way the rules are
Mhm.
put. I mean, I don't know, 400 years ago, still today it's the same. Though it's a Christian country, Lebanon, the president is Christian, and we're like so open-minded when you just search on YouTube about Lebanon. I mean,
Mhm.
the exposure of the
Mhm.
outer appearances are so different from what you see behind curtains, and that contradiction is very painful.
See, I don't know much about the Lebanese culture
Yeah.
or the country because I've never been there. I haven't lived it. I haven't been exposed to it.
Mm.
So
Mm.
having you here talking about it, it's a learning experience beyond your book Mask.
Yeah, because in Lebanon, there are different cultures over there, and I'm Armenian, so I was born there. So, I mean, I am Lebanese because I was born there, I was raised there, but my parents are both Armenian. That's why my family name is hard for you to say, like Nataly Restokian, because Armenians have IAN or YAN in the end of their family names, except if they are
Mhm.
from old royal families, which are the seven royal families. I think seven or nine. I don't remember exactly, but seven or nine. So I'm not from a royal family. So, we were born there because of the genocide, the Armenian genocide that happened at the First World War, and my grandpa was an orphan. He came there, and I was born and raised there. But I mean, it's like the country is separated. I mean, you will see that some people are really very conservative, and others are like very scared to be standing out of the crowd and standing aside and talking out loud about their pain because it's shameful for them. And
Right.
but it's not shameful. I mean, you look at them. I will have the plastic surgeries, the fashion, and everything. Everything is like so updated. I mean, it's like wow, you know.
Mhm.
I mean, here now I see people. I mean, women here like, oh, do I have to go and do Botox? I mean, seriously, are you kidding me? I mean, we have been doing that over there 20 years ago. I mean, it's not like you're flying to the moon. Just do it already. You have a lot of wrinkles. So if you want to do, do. But it's not something scary. You're not going to die. So you know what I mean? But over there, people are like so overwhelmed with
You?
outer
Yeah.
appearances and the way they dress and very, uh, very beautiful, very
Mhm.
sexy. Um, very you see luxury everywhere in nightclubs, houses, and everywhere. And most of the time, they spend all of their money, whatever they have, only for to live to look
For
beautiful
things.
and to
Yeah.
party. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Things.
it's not like here. Here you don't care. I mean, you can go anywhere without makeup and do. Nobody looks at you because they don't judge you by your appearances. So, but it's also that like weighs you down to be who you are, and
Mhm.
like they compete among I don't know. I mean, the woman who works for you at your house, mine is better because she's from this country, from that. I mean, very naive things. But I think that the society has been through a lot after the war because there was war for 30 years and still now today the political situation is not okay, but people are suffering from post-traumatic war
Mhm.
problems
That
and
that's
psychologically.
that's
I mean, like
yeah,
me,
that's
I
a
came to
global.
Canada, and if you come to my house, we're only two people, and
Mhm.
I have two fridges, and you can open any cupboard in the kitchen, and you see what I have. Like, you think that tomorrow it's going to be World Hunger Day. Because like
Yeah.
my husband, we're only two people. Like, okay, the tuna is missing. He says one can of tuna is missing. You only have five. I say yeah, but it was six because I have in my mind, because I have lived the war, I have seen the
Mhm.
civil war, I have lived with, I mean, underground places with my parents and rats, cockroaches. I never had shower for 30 days, 35 days. I lived this, and I was very young. So these things they just leave some um, some kind of effect on you, bad effect, and
Yes.
I keep on checking everything, like, oh, we have electricity here and we need candles. Like my husband, no, we don't need candles. This is Canada. But at the back of my mind, it's like everything I have
You
to have
still
at
need
home,
it.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I don't
Now,
blame the things that
okay.
we go through over there. We are
Okay. We
blessed in
only
these
have
countries. We don't even know.
not. We only have a few seconds left. So before we leave, where can our listeners find you?
You can find Masks by Nataly Reskian on Amazon, eBay, and also on Audible, iTunes.
Okay.
And I
Are
thank you
you on?
so much for your time. It was an amazing, unique
Yeah. Me and
interview,
you,
by the
we
way.
we can get together and be talking for hours. Seriously.
Yeah, right? And I promised you that beautiful necklace. I didn't forget about it. And I want to
Oh.
thank also all the listeners, of course, and my warm regards to everyone, wherever they are, and they are listening to
Yes.
your show. You're amazing, Melissa. Thank you for your time,
Um.
and thank you for this wonderful chance, and I wish you the best of luck. And I hope that my novel Masks changes your life and the life of many women to see that they can be happy and
Oh,
not
I
everything is
have no
related to
doubt.
fame.
Yes, it's gonna be. You have to pick it up because it will change your outlook on so many different things. From a mother talking to a daughter to learning a different culture. But again, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you, Melissa.
And I will talk to you again next time.
Yes, sure. I will be looking forward. And thanks.
Have a nice day, Natalie.
You too, Melissa.
Bye.
Bye.